You know what's colder than a snowman's nose in January? Trying to start your car when it's been left out in the cold all night? Picture this. It's a frosty January morning and the sun is barely peeping over the horizon. You're bundled up in your thickest coat, your breath fogging up in the icy air. As you trudge through the snow, you reach your car, a sleeping beast in the winter wilderness. You slip the key into the ignition, your fingers numb from the chill. You brace yourself, turn the key, and nothing. The car groans, it whimpers, it shivers in the cold, but it simply refuses to start. Now imagine this scenario playing out day after day, each morning bringing the same chilly standoff between you and your stubborn vehicle. It's as if the car has its own personality, a grumpy old man who doesn't like to be disturbed from his slumber. You coax, you plead, you even offer up your first cup of coffee as a sacrifice, but the car remains steadfast in its refusal to cooperate. And just when you think you're at your wit's end, you remember the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. So you take a deep breath, summon all your strength, and with one final heroic twist of the key, the engine roars to life. Victory. But let's face it, this daily struggle with your car can be a real pain, especially when you're already running late for work, or worse, a hot date. And the worst part? This cold weather car drama is often self-inflicted. That's right. Many of the winter woes we face are due to common mistakes that we, as car owners, make when the mercury drops. Now, if you think that's a cold start to the day, wait till you hear about the frosty faux pas some folks commit with their cars in winter. You won't believe how some people treat their vehicles in the cold. It's enough to make any car shudder, but don't worry, we're here to set the record straight and help you avoid these winter blunders. So buckle up and stay tuned for more. So, you love your car, right? You'd never intentionally do something to harm it, but winter can make a fool out of us all. Let's dive into the frosty abyss of common winter mistakes that could turn your beloved vehicle into a shivering heap of metal. Starting off with the classic, the belief that cars run on magic and fairy dust. You know the type? They leap into their car on a frigid morning, fire up the engine and hit the gas, expecting their car to perform like it's a sunny day in July. They don't warm it up before driving off into the cold, they just hope for the best. But, alas, engines are not built on hope, my friends. They need a little warm-up, a little TLC before they're ready to face the icy roads. Next up, on our icy ignorance list, is the snow and ice clearance conundrum. Some folks treat their car like an oversized snow globe. They leave heaps of snow on the roof, icicles dangling from the mirrors, and a thick frosty layer on the windscreen, then set off on their merry way, peering through a tiny gap they've scraped in the windshield. It's like they're preparing for a winter wonderland parade, not a safe drive on the highway. And then, we have the hot water heroes. These brave souls think nothing of chucking a bucket of hot water over their frozen windshield in a desperate attempt to de-ice it. Little do they know, the sudden temperature change could cause the glass to crack. It's not a quick defrosting trick, it's a fast track to a hefty repair bill. Let's not forget about the tire pressure neglectors. These are the people who think their tires are as invincible as Superman, immune to the effects of dropping temperatures. But just like us, tires feel the cold. As the mercury dips, so does your tire pressure, affecting your car's handling and safety. So don't ignore those tires, give them a squeeze and make sure they're pumped up and ready to roll. Lastly, we have the anti-antifreeze advocates. These are the daredevils who think their car's coolant can handle anything, even the sub-zero temperatures of a harsh winter. They scoff at the idea of using antifreeze right until the moment their engine freezes solid and their car is as movable as a glacier. And there you have it, folks, a list of winter no-nos that would make even a snowman shiver. And remember, your car might be made of metal, but it's not impervious to the cold. It needs a little extra care in winter, just like us. So, don't be a victim of icy ignorance, be a winter warrior, and keep your car running smoothly no matter how low the temperature drops. Now, we've had some laughs, but these winter mistakes can cause real damage to your car. So, let's recap, shall we? You know, some say that comedy is tragedy plus time. If that's the case, then we're all set to be the next stand-up sensations with the frosty faux pas we've been discussing. But before we wrap up, let's revisit the chilling tales of winter woes that can turn your roadster into an ice sculpture. Remember, don't be a dunce when the weather's minus. Warm up your car, but not in the garage. That's a carbon monoxide surprise you don't want. It's like inviting a skunk to a perfume convention. And let's not forget about Mr. Snow. Yes, he's pretty to look at, but he's no friend to your windshield. So, clear off the snow, don't just carve out a peephole. Driving like that is like trying to watch a movie through a straw. Then there's the matter of tire pressure. It goes down faster than a lead balloon in cold weather, so keep an eye on it. Remember, a well-inflated tire is a happy tire, and a happy tire keeps you on the road, not in the ditch. And finally, never ever use hot water to defrost your windshield. It might seem like a quick fix, but it's a surefire way to crack the glass. That's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It just doesn't end well. So, there you have it, folks, a rundown of the icy ignorance list. It's a frosty faux pas finale that's sure to keep you laughing and hopefully keep your car out of the auto repair shop. Keep these tips in mind, and your car will thank you. It might even start on the first try next time. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you've learned something and had a few laughs along the way. We've had a blast sharing these winter car care tips and frosty faux pas with you. Now we want to hear from you. If you've got a winter car care tip that saved your hide, or maybe a hilarious horror story of when things didn't go quite right, drop it in the comments below. We're all in this together, and your experiences could be the key that saves someone else's day. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more like it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what we have in store for you next time. Remember, winter can be tough on your car, but with a little knowledge and a dash of humor, we'll all get through it. Stay frosty out there, folks.